For breakfast today, I am going to do, this is the Oat Fit apples and cinnamon oatmeal that I showed in my grocery haul that I posted on Saturday. I'll put a little card up there with the link to that. And that is 3 points. And then I'm finishing up my, I guess, half of my 1 point coffee. I put 1 tablespoon of the half and half, fat-free half and half, and 1 tablespoon of the sugar-free Coffee Mate French vanilla. So, and then I'll have another one of these later on today, so that'll make up 1 point. And then a banana, and this is my second bottle of water. And let me show you what I'm taking for lunch today. Okay, so for lunch today, I'm just going to have leftovers from dinner last night, and it doesn't look very appetizing, but that is spaghetti squash with a can of fire roasted tomatoes, turkey sausage, and some grated Parmesan cheese, and then spices. So that's 1 serving of that, and this was 5 points, I believe, with cutting the sausage and the Parmesan cheese. Oh, I put a little bit of mozzarella cheese in there too, the fat-free. I also have my usual bucket of vegetables that I eat on those from lunch, and then later on in the day if I don't eat them all at lunch. And then we also had salad last night, so I just have a side salad to go along. And then this is the Bolt House Ranch, so this is 2 points. And then I have sugar-free Jell-O. And then my apple I'm going to take for my snack. I have that at 10 o'clock. I'm going to take one of these diet green tea mixed berry drinks, and this will be probably for a snack later in the day. And then I also picked some of these up this weekend. These were not in my haul because I found these yesterday. The cinnamon roast almonds, these are 3 points. I'm going to take these along too. Not sure if I'll end up eating those or not, but. And then I was also going to show you a little bit of meal prep that I did on Sunday. So this is what I do most every Sunday. This is my, I just cut up all my vegetables that I buy over the weekend, and then just cut them all up, and then I just have to grab them. I try to make my lunch in the evening, but just in case I can't for whatever reason, then I can pick them up in the morning, and it's just easy to just take a handful and put them in my container. And then this one, this is just cut up for salads. And this is a chicken salad that I make, and this uses the canned chunk chicken. It also has red onion, green onion, red, yellow, and orange bell peppers, light mayo, cilantro, and then just garlic powder, onion powder. That's everything in there. And this comes out to 2 points for, I believe it's 4 ounces. I'll have to look, but you get a lot. And what I do with this, I either put it in a wrap, put it on a bagel thin, put it on a sandwich thin. Sometimes I just put it on top of lettuce and just eat it like a salad. There's that. And then I cut up some strawberries. And then the last thing I did, this is just cilantro that I cut up. I like to throw that in just my regular side salads with that I have with dinner, and it's really good. It adds a lot. If you like cilantro, I know a lot of people don't. It's too strong for some people, and they don't like it, but I really love the taste of it, so I throw it in my salads all the time. And then I also boiled some eggs. Tonight I'm going to have kind of variation between a Cobb salad and a chef salad, so I'll put eggs on that. Other than that, I think that's all the meal prep that I did yesterday. So I will check in with you. And my, oh, on Friday I did film a lot, but when I transferred it from my phone to my computer, and then I deleted off my phone because my phone was filling up, and when I went to go look at the footage last night, it has messed up. So I don't know. Anyways, I'll talk more about that when I check in with in the car after I drop off the kids at school. I'll check in with you later. Bye. Good morning again. How was everyone's weekend? I don't even remember what I did this weekend. Friday I didn't work, so I did my grocery shopping and I did a grocery haul, and that's already posted by now. And other than that, I don't remember. I have a really bad memory, so it doesn't surprise me. I don't remember what I did on Saturday. Yesterday I did meal prep. I know I had to go to the store for a couple things, and Saturday I had to go to the store for a couple things too. That's about all I did. Anyway, it's kind of overcast here today. I think it's supposed to clear up and get to about 70, which is good. I can't be mad at that. It was warm all week last week, so, but it doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. Inside my office is so cold, so no matter what, I have to wear layers. So, I am on my way. I think I'm gonna get some coffee. I wasn't going to. I actually brought some iced green tea with me, but it's almost gone already. And how do you start the beginning of your week without coffee? Monday without coffee. I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to stop at Dutch Brothers and get some coffee. I get a medium iced Americano with non-fat milk and sugar-free vanilla or sugar-free Irish cream. I think I'm going to do the vanilla today. And actually running right on time today, which is nice for a Monday. The boys got up, got them off to school, and the coffee place is right, literally like almost shares a parking lot with my work. So that's nice and convenient. So I'm almost there. I'll check in with you after I get my coffee. Bye. Okay, remember when I said I was on time? Well, the coffee place was really busy and looks like they were short-handed, so it is now 7:29. I have to be at work at 7:30. But like I said, our parking lots are right next to each other, so I just pulled out of the coffee shop and I am pulling into my work. So I know I have to run a couple errands today for work, so I might check in then. If not, hope everybody has a good day. I have a busy day, being Monday, and a lot of people are gone today though. There's a lot of conferences going on this week, so like my boss and the girl I usually walk with, she's gone. My cubby mate in my cubicle, she's gone today, so yeah, so it might be a pretty quiet day at work. So anywho, hope everybody has a good day, and if I don't check in later, then I will insert a picture of dinner tonight. Dinner tonight is going to be a Cobb / chef salad. I think it comes up to about 8 or 9 points, but of course I'll post a picture and with the points and everything. So talk to you later. Have a good Monday. Bye. Hello. It's 4:30, heading home. Today was a busy day. Our department, one of our committees of our department is having a meeting tonight, so one of my jobs is to set up for those types of meetings. So I had to go pick up supplies and food and all that for the meeting. So besides that, it was just normal, busy Monday tasks. Anyway, so food, let's see. So I showed you my breakfast, and that was oatmeal, bananas, so that was 3 points. For lunch, I ended up eating about half of my spaghetti squash and sausage that I brought. So I counted up for 3 points. It was 5 points for a full serving. So I did 3 points for that. And then, and most of that is actually the sausage, and I literally probably only ate there's only maybe 4 pieces of sausage in there, so it probably isn't less, but I'm just gonna do 3 just to be safe. And so I had that, and then the salad that I brought with it, so it's 2 points for the dressing, so 5 for lunch. Since I had a meeting this morning and it ran actually I started early, so it started at 10:30, so I normally would have had my apples around 10 o'clock, because that's usually when I start getting kind of hungry. But my meeting started early, so it started at 10, and then didn't get over until after 11, so I ended up not eating my apples till about 11:30, so by the time I went, and I was hungry, my stomach was growling like crazy, so when I went to lunch, I just wasn't as hungry, so I ate half of that spaghetti squash and all my salad, and so I didn't eat any of my vegetables. I did eat the sugar-free Jell-O, so that was 0. And then I thought, well, I'll probably just munch on my vegetables later for afternoon break, or eat my pickles or something like that, and I didn't, because then I just got busy and left to go run those errands, and the only thing I brought with me, I had in my purse, were the cinnamon almonds, so I ate those, and those were 3 points. So let's see, so that's 5, 8, 11, plus my 1 point coffee is 12, so that leaves me 18 for the day. And I know that dinner is going to be a salad, gonna be like a Cobb / chef salad, and it is 8 points. I already pre-tracked that, so I don't know if that counts the dressing or not. I can't remember, but I think, yeah, I don't think it did. I think that's just for the salad, and then I'm not sure if I'm using ranch or the Italian, so either 9 or 10 for dinner. So I'll have, I don't know, I can't do math sometimes, 5 or 6 points, 7 points for the rest of the day. And I don't usually typically eat after dinner. If I have anything, it'll just be a cup of coffee, and that's usually just 1 point. So, oh, I did have the coffee from Dutch Brothers, so, and that was a 1 point coffee, so I forgot about that. I need to track that, because I didn't. So yeah, so I should still have 5 or 6 points, so I can have another. And actually, my cup of coffee tonight is already counted, because that's half of my 1 point coffee that I have in the morning. So that is confusing, but anyway, yeah. So I don't think anything else is going on tonight. I need to find a new book to read. I hate when I finish a book and then I have to find one that I want to start. And I have so many books on my Kindle, and I buy them when they come out, or when they go on sale, and I buy them, and then I don't know what to choose from. So I'm gonna try to find a book to read and catch up on some YouTube videos, and well, that was what I was gonna talk about. So I did film on Friday, and I had Friday off, and there's no one at home, so I did a whole, I even did a pantry organization, and how I organized my food out in our overflow in our garage. But when I transferred it from my phone to my computer, I transferred it all off over there, and I haven't had any issues with that so far. Then I deleted, because my phone was almost full, so I deleted all the videos and photos and stuff off my phone, and then I went to go edit the footage last night, and it was not working. Every time I'd open it, it said it was corrupt. The photos work, but just not the videos. So I lost everything from Friday. So lesson learned, from now on, after I transfer the videos, watch them and make sure they work. So I also had my weigh-in on Friday, and I had lost 3.8 pounds last week, but I'm being realistic, because I'm really excited about that. But I was sick Wednesday, and I didn't eat anything. It was about after lunchtime on Wednesday that I was not feeling well, and I didn't eat anything Wednesday after lunch. So that night for dinner, I didn't eat anything, and then I didn't eat anything again until Thursday at lunch. I was not feeling well enough to eat breakfast. That was the day I think I took a yogurt to work, but I didn't actually end up eating it. So I did have a Subway salad for lunch. So, I don't know why people can't get up to freeway speed when they go on the freeway. So anyway, I'm trying to be realistic because I'm sure possibly some of that 3.8 pounds has to do with not eating for a full 24 hours. So, we'll see. I'm, planning on doing really good this week. This weekend wasn't too bad. Saturdays I don't eat bad, but I don't track. I need one day where I'm not stressing, obsessing over scales, points, tracking food. Just one day. And I don't go overboard. There's once a month we'll go out to eat. And those days I do eat more than, but that's only usually once a month, maybe twice a month, but we have it in our budget for once a month that we go out to eat. So I just didn't track, just kind of, munched on things. I also don't eat 3 full meals on Saturdays. So, Sundays, kind of the same way up until dinner time, and then I make dinner and we have, and dinner, everything, but, so I did good this weekend, a lot better than last weekend. So that's the thing, last weekend when I weighed in, not this last weekend, the weekend before, I only had lost 0.8 that Friday, and I don't know what it was. Something about that just really upset me, and I should have been just happy because it was a loss. But I think it's also because, I see, and I talked about this on Friday too, on the last footage, but, I think that same day I saw, videos and pictures and even people on my Facebook that talked about how, they, lost X amount of weight and they're able to fit into a smaller size. And I have been the same size. I wear the same size pants that I've worn since I started all this. And I went to size 18, and I was that size at 234, and I'm that size now at 210. And so I have one pair of 16s in my house that I had from previously, but I had also gotten rid of a bunch of them when I kind of went through this I'm never going to lose weight thing, and I got rid of all my clothes, which was a huge mistake, but won't do that again. I had one pair of size 16s, and I put them on, and they zipped up, and they fit, so, good, yay, excited. But they wouldn't have been comfortable yet, so, I don't know, so I think that's kind of what triggered my really, really bad 3 days of eating weekend before last, because I think it was just kind of like, why? And I know everybody's, body type and stuff is different. Everybody carries weight in a different place, and I know that logically, I know that, but I guess it's just telling me, my insecure, side that, that the scale's going down. I should be happy, but I don't know. It's just frustrating sometimes. So I went on this total, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, really bad. The weekend before I lost the 3.8, and then I lose 3.8. So I don't know. I mean, I know when I did, what was it? There was some diet I did, and it was a horrible diet, but, and that was one of the things they had you do, was eat a bunch, and then you do this diet, and then if you have, a plateau, then you do that same cycle again or something, but I know there's a way to do it without being unhealthy about it, and, so I don't know. I don't know if that's something that, maybe that was what my body needed to kind of boost it, maybe that needed that 3 days of extra calories, and I didn't go completely overboard, but I definitely had things like fast food one day, I had a bunch of candy, like sweet chewy candy, which for some reason I was craving for 2 days. I had those, I had donuts, Oh, speaking of which, so,